just flies, and how we're now flying into this new year. So that is really the purpose of this call, is to give us some guidance and some ideas about what we can do to fast track our For Life business. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeff Altgilbers, and I'm a Platinum International Diamond with For Life Research. Tonight, and I want to apologize. We had to, because of the amount of people enrolled in the system and the amount of emails going out to everyone. Now it's become so much. We have to send it out by 50s every hour. I don't know why it has to be that way, but that's it is. So because of that, I was a little late today getting back home to get it done in time. So not enough emails went out. So that's okay. It's a smaller group tonight, but still, we're going to go on and do our calls, because everybody knows we do these calls every Monday anyway. And I want to encourage you leaders, get your leaders to use their smartphones to alert them when it's time for the call. They should do that every week, have it there. And that way they know on Mondays when it gets close to 8 o'clock, I got to get on the call, and I got to get my people on the call. We need to get them educated, to learn about the system, how to use the system. Now tonight, Maritza is going to, are you there, Maritza?
Yes, sir.
Good. I know many of you know Maritza. I wanted her to share tonight a little bit about what's happening with her. And the reason why I think this story is significant, well, I'll just open it up, and then we'll talk about it, Maritza. How about that? Now, Maritza, one thing that you've been doing, and this is so important, and you sent me, you told me this in a message, and I do appreciate you sharing what's going on, because people have things going on, but they're not always telling me what's going on. But I always like to know and hear about results that people are having, success that people are having. Now, when you had your leadership group meeting recently, you helped them do something, right? What was that?
Yes, I invite them, the ones that are here in Tampa Bay area, to my house, and I show them, help them how to set up the website and everything, okay? And give an small instructions, meeting about that. And the ones that are outside, like in Colombia and other places, I did it through Skype. So, yeah, I trained them.
Very good. So you got them to your house. That is the ones in Tampa. And then there you're using Skype for the ones who are long distance.
Exactly. And I also compose something like a bio type of stuff, like generic. So they have at least something there that is not going to stop them from sending the link. Okay, so a bio that says about me.
Right.
I do something generic and I share with all of them, the same one. And then I told them, when you have the time or your convenience, you can change it. And I show them how to change it and everything.
That's really great. And so, some people just don't know what to say about themselves, right?
Exactly.
It's like, now what do I say about myself? I'm really trying to get this thing going, and I just don't know what to talk about. And then so you overcame that obstacle by giving them a generic profile. That's awesome. I like that. Very good. Very commendable on your part.
Upload the photo. I have them up and running. And as soon as I have the leader and I show them the same thing, we are going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
That won't stop them from sending the link.
Excellent. And so, when you had them in your home, though, in that case, they could, you just basically went right into the system and hands-on, you showed them what to do.
exactly. I have a TV that is those black TV that has an HDMI cable. Then added an HDMI cable. I put it to my laptop, and everybody was sitting in the living room, and I was showing them.
Oh,
And
right.
then
That's great.
after I did that seminar, we got I have like 3 leaders working at the same time in different areas, and
Right.
with their own laptop and training them, make them do it themselves. Yep.
That is awesome. Now, one thing I wanted you to share specifically is about one leader that we had talked about, and I was impressed with this story. And her name is, am I saying it Nanette?
Uh-huh.
Villalobos?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm not very good with Spanish, so everybody forgive me. So, Nanette was a person that you had sponsored in For Life before, and when you first sponsored her, how did that go?
With her, it did not it did not go very well because she's a single parent, and her kid is about that is autistic, and it's the severe autism that he has, and the kid is 14 years old. And it was kind of difficult for her to go to meetings, and it was like very stressful. So she started going to that. Her attention was not actually in the meeting, it was more to the kids. And she used to get tired, and she needed to go fast. And then after a few months, maybe 6 months or so, she quit.
So she had a 14-year-old son that's autistic.
Yes.
And so she's a single parent, so that's very challenging, especially when you're trying to build your business on a model that uses meetings, against meetings. But again, we also know the reality that many people cannot attend them for various reasons, and this is a classic example. And so then she and so what happened was then she quit. So that was the end of her, right?
Yes.
No, it's not the end of her.
Well, that's...
You go on. There's another part of this story. What happened to her? She didn't go join Amway, did she? No.
No. But what happened was after that it passed some time, and then she was laid off from the company that she was working with, and she became, unemployed. So it took her a few months in order for her to get another one. So she found another one, and around 3 months after she found the job, she found out that her son had cancer.
Which is probably why he was so tired when he was at those meetings. Yeah, that's sad. So she lost her job, and then after she quit For Life, she lost her job. So things continued to get worse. Then her son had cancer. After she finally found another job, so now she has to work a job and then deal with all the challenges with a 14-year-old having cancer. And then what happened there? And autistic on top of it.
Exactly, because on that he needs the mother. The mother needs to be there. It's not like a regular kid.
Right.
So it was very, very struggling for her at that point. And then after that, they fired her. They laid her off.
Oh wow! So she got fired. So after that, her son gets cancer. She finally got that second job. Then she gets fired. Then what happened?
So then after that, she called me up and said, Mary, I'm sorry. I know that I did not do well, and I kind of put you down, in the first time, but I was praying and for the Lord asking for guidance, and He just put in my mind For Life that I needed to go back and do For Life. So I'm calling you to see if you can help me out this time again. And for life, and then in the IMT. And I mean that it's just happening like within a month. This is like the second month, or maybe the 2 months and a half that she had been in the business for the second time. So I lost my train of thought. Yes, help me out.
Well, you just said you went to her house and then you put her in, and then and after 2 months of being in the business, how did it turn out for her? I mean, did she?
Okay,
I mean, is she a computer person? Is she?
Yes. Well, no, she is. Her job is marketing.
Okay.
I don't know, marketing from the different company, and she knows how to do website and stuff like that. But anyway, she never had the time to do a website for herself or anything. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that she saw the opportunity. I mean, when I showed her the system that she can do it through the social media, all type of social media, her eyes went like, wow. I mean, she opened up her eyes and said, really? So she started, I put her in the website, gave her the website, the link in the beginning, the IMT, something was happening, that it was trouble, but that didn't stop her. She started sending the link and posting some product information in the different social media. All social media that is out there, she posted. And she has been posted, I mean, many, super many. Okay, it's not 2, 3, or 4, no, many. When her son is in the school, she's working. When he's sleeping, she's working. And what happened was that within 10 days, she got over 6,000 coins.
Wow. Within 10 days.
Within 10 days.
Within 10 days, and folks. Everyone, leaders, pay attention to this. Here's a lady that, go ahead, finish out.
And one leader signed up with us over 1,200 points.
One of the leaders that signed up, 1,200 points. Okay.
And she posts me up every time. Every time it was, whatever, hundreds and thousands or whatever points, I just could not believe it myself either. So
wow.
we panicked and we called Jeff.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you did, because here's a classic example of a person who, this is not what we call a warm market approach, where you're going to people that you know, and so for whatever reason, she chose to do social media and reach out and find people. And of course, we know the power that the system what it can do. And like I said before, having the system doesn't make you successful. Applying and using the system, that's what makes you successful. And she just proved that. She went to total strangers through Facebook, and then maybe other, I think you mentioned LinkedIn, and then different things.
Yeah, Pinterest, Instagram,
Instagram and all that. There you go.
Everything.
And so she went out there like a madman. because she wanted to change her circumstances. I mean, she was ready. She was ready for change. And so again, I'm so glad she did that, because again, it only validates what we've been saying, that to try to build a meeting, or try to build a business through a model of using meetings is very difficult to do. It's very challenging to do. And then here you got a mother that has, again, MLM is made up mostly 80% of the workforce is women, and they have responsibilities, and she has a very dear responsibility there with an autistic child that has cancer. So and hopefully the best thing now that's going to come out of this is not just her business growing. It'll be her child being on these products and then recovering. How is he doing? How is he doing?
Yes, he's cancer free. They gave him the chemo and all that, and she just told me Maddie, I bought the
Transfer Factor Plus? Yeah,
the
Riavita.
and the transfer factor for Bruno, so he can start using it.
Very good. That's very good. Well, I'm glad you shared this story with us, Maritza. And maybe what we could do is get her on a future call, and then she can share more about what she's doing. But that's just, she's such... Go ahead.
Another thing that I would like to say is that she doesn't get into the call most of the time because at that time, she's, being a mother.
Yeah, sure. That's okay.
Bruno and everything, but during the day, the next day, she listens to the call. So she is applying the system.
Oh, yeah. So she's getting on the playback number.
Exactly.
Excellent. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's such a great story, and I love hearing people be successful in this business. I mean, it just warms my heart very much to be able to see that, and to know that it's working for them. And I'm glad Nanette is doing that, and I'll, we'll get her on a call in the future and talk more about what she's doing. But you other leaders too out there, things that are happening, and they don't have to be 6,000 point stories like she had. It can, it doesn't matter. If you sponsor one person and you're using the system, you can talk about that. Let me know. We always like to have different ones get on and share their story, what's going on with them. Now what I'm going to do is I want to, I guess, if anything, the quality that really stood out to me was, really perseverance. I would say that this was a quality that Nanette had, is perseverance. And, we've all heard the story, that Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, a for-life business wasn't built in a day either. And it's a process. It's not an event. And that's the thing. If we can, like Dolly Parton said, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. And I know I went, through a lot of experiences like that where I was sort of beaten down. But when we think about it, I was just thinking about that today, because at one time I remember when I went to Rome, I was thinking about, wow, this is incredible, because this city was not built in a day. This was a process, and they had good emperors and they had bad emperors. I think Marcus Aurelius was probably one of their greatest one, and he's the one that wrote a book on virtues, because he believed in virtues, and he believed that an empire had to be built on, or it would just simply deteriorate. And of course, that's what happened, But under our Marcus Aurelius, he grew Rome greater than any emperor before. I think 25% of the world population was under Roman rule during the time he was emperor. But then when Nero got in power, he was the one that beheaded the Apostle Paul. He wasn't like Marcus Aurelius, and things deteriorated, and finally he killed himself, and then they looked for another Marcus Aurelius, but it just didn't really happen. But when we think about it, that incredible civilization was a process, not an event. Your business is a process. It's not an event. You're going to go through ups and downs. I remember when I was, getting started, I lost leaders. Some of the leaders I lost the money games. It was a disappointment. I hated losing them. And they didn't better themselves for it. They didn't. They're still nowhere today. But they didn't have the virtues like Marcus Aurelius believed in. But when you really think about it, the vision that we share is about bringing value to people's lives. That is our vision. And we do it through our products, and we do it through examples like this, where we create a system that empowers a person, equips a person, so that they're unstoppable. They can do anything out there. Anything out there. So you're going to go through disappointments. And it's the ups and downs. And if you haven't read John Maxwell's beginning, you could say of Nanette, she did fail backwards. But, I'm talking about in the beginning because, as Maritza mentioned, she quit. But really, what happened in that case was that the system she was using was not going to work her. And that's what we have to realize, that many people today will not embrace the old methods of how you do MLM or how you do network marketing, using a meeting format to prospect and sponsor people. And so a system, an online system, is imperative. And so we can see what happened when she came back the second time. Then she took that system and she hit a home run, big time. So no doubt she's going to stay. She's on the hunt. She's on the trail. She's not going to get off that trail now. So she's already had a taste of how it works when you really work it. So that's the thing that we have to do. We simply have to remember that in this business, quitters are never remembered. They never win. And when you look at the most successful people in the history of network marketing, they were not the brightest or the most intelligent or the best speakers or the best looking people. They were just simply people that would not quit. They always persevered. And if you don't quit, but you learn, you grow through your hardships, the truth of the matter is you're going to be successful. You will be successful. And that's it. They say all roads, at one time back in 2,000 years ago, they'd say all roads lead to Rome. I think one day they're going to say all MLM roads lead to For Life, because we have such a great company. Just a couple of news bits here. You might notice that in the back office, the Korean website is up. When you click on that flag, you are going to see a language that you probably, and I know I cannot read, but a Korean can read it. So, and there are Korean populations in the United States, by the way. But again, as Nanette showed, you don't have to have Korean people around you or in this country to introduce For Life to them. Now you have the system, and again, that's fully up now. You'll be seeing the next language will be the Filipino language. And there's a lot of Filipinos in the United States. And there's a lot of Filipinos in the Philippines. Good grief, why would they be in the Philippines? So the thing is, you'll be able to use that pretty soon. I'm going to push for that to be translated very quickly. It's not as detailed for sure as Korean. But that's going to open up a lot for you. As a matter of fact, the last I heard, the Philippines was the #1 growth country in For Life today. I'm sure that'll eventually change, but in the meantime, it does tell you the potential.
Yes?
Yeah.
I have a surprise.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have Nanette in the line. So
Well then let's let her talk. Hey Nanette, welcome to the call.
Hi, how are you?
Great, Nanette, and congratulations on your success that we've been sharing with everyone.
Oh, thank you. I'm really excited, and I really want to work this month because if I can, I want to be a presidential diamond.
Well, we want you to be a presidential diamond too. We sure do. And not only get there, stay there, and move forward. Of course, then you'll go on the Great Escape, and so you'll be able to take somebody with you. So I guess you'll be able to take your son.
Oh, that would be great.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
We need that because we've been through a lot. I'm sure Marisa explained to you everything we went through when he had cancer. So it's been tough, but that's what gave me, the strength to move forward and do this business, because I was praying, for God to give me something that I could, help my son, and because I've been with, by myself with him for a long time, and it's been tough, to go to work and try to do therapy for him, because he not only has cancer,
reason why you have to do this.
Yes, I know.
That's an important lesson, everyone. You know, you have to find your why, because that will ignite you into action.
Exactly. I think about him and everything that he went through, and it's like, now I have to do something for him. And have this opportunity, you know, that it's like, there's nothing can pay you like the time to be with him. Like,
That's right.
I need to find something that I have freedom. That I have freedom to be with him, and I can help him. And, you know, at that same time, I could help others. That I know a lot of single moms that have kids with autism that really need help too, and I want to share this opportunity with them. So, you know, I want to talk to those mothers too and tell them, you know, there's an opportunity that for them to be free, you know, not to worry that much. Because I have friends that are like single moms with autistic kids that are like nurses and, you know, shifts, and they cannot be with the kids.
And that's so powerful. You know, so you found, you know, there is, that's a huge, I don't want to call it a market, but that's, I don't know what you call that, people with those circumstances, you know.
People with special needs, you know, that, like, nobody understands, like, I understand, because they're moms that they're like, that these kids, sometimes they hurt them because they don't know, they have autism, and there's a mom that she has, like bruises, and she works like 2 shifts, but like being a nurse, and my heart is like, I feel like I have nothing compared to some moms, and it's like I want to share this with them, because I feel, you know, I pray for them, and I pray for an opportunity for other people too. So I think this is you know, the right opportunity for me to take advantage of, and I've been, you know, looking for networking, how do you call it, you know, network marketing is a way to be free.
Yes.
Because in every job, even if I'm a doctor, I don't have freedom, because I have to be on call. So, this way I could work my hours, never have time, and instead I'm resting.
Being a parent's a wonderful thing, but to be a parent and to have a child with autism and cancer is very heartbreaking. I don't know what that would be like. I don't have a clue what you've been going through. But it doesn't sound like anything I ever want to experience in my lifetime with my children, for sure. And
I lost my job this week. So I have no job right now. I just need to do this because I don't have any other, like my other income, my only income is the unemployment. And it's like I cannot live with $1,000 a month. So I have to do this. Like, there's no way.
So, you know, there you go. You just said it. I have to do this. And when we have to do it, we do it. When we don't have to do it, do we really do it? No, we don't. And that separates those who do very well in this business from those who don't. We have to find our why. We've got to find a reason, and you found it with your child.
Yes.
And that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And you're doing the right thing. You're setting an example, not only as a leader, but as a great mother. As a great mother. Because, you know, I often think about that with my children. I say, you know what, this will never happen again. I mean, they'll grow up. I'll only have them like this for a while. And then that's it. I'll never have this again. And so that that's what really motivated me to stay at home a lot. And I do stay home a lot. And I do work this business with the system from my home. Every day I'm the school bus, so I take the kids to school. Every day. I don't delegate that to anybody else. I could pay somebody. I could pay a nanny to take the kids to school, but I take them to school. And then when I take them to school, first thing we do before we get out of the car is we pray. Then after that, then I take them right into school, you know, help Arthur, our 5-year-old, get in the kindergarten lineup, you know, and talk to his teachers, and our 12-year-old talk to his teachers, and we do it every day. And but that's the thing. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we're going to look forward to hearing more about your success, and we want you to share more about what's going on. And you call on me anytime you need anything, okay? I'll be glad to help you.
I really appreciate it. Like a pleasure. I learned to talk to you because, I know where you come from. I know your success, and it's great to have that, that support from you. So thank you.
Well, it's an honor to have you on the call, and especially it's an honor to have such a great mother on the call. I love it when I see parents take a real love and care with their children. And it was like today, me and my wife were having lunch. It was cold in Knoxville. We were eating in a restaurant. I saw this woman coming in. She had a coat, and then looked like maybe a 5-year-old son or a 4-year-old son. He only had a T-shirt on. I said to my wife, "Why doesn't that woman have a coat on that child?" And she said, "Well, she doesn't love him." And I hate seeing those kind of things. I hate that. But it's always great to meet examples like you, where you take such a loving interest in your child. So we'll get you on another call again soon. And thanks so much for calling in, Nanette. We know that you're. By the way, how is your son as far as his cancer? How is he doing?
Yeah, he's going in remission. So it's everything came out negative the last surgery. So it's just a matter of taking care of it. Like the next one is just doing CT scans and see if everything's okay. So it's just I pray that he's already healed. So I started him on Real. So it's to see if I could push his immune system.
Right.
So.
Well, Transfer Factor Plus, he should be on that product too.
Okay, I'm gonna,
Yeah,
I have it here.
Yeah, and you let me know if you need some product, because I'll be glad to send you some out.
Okay, I really appreciate it.
Sure, you message me on Facebook, and I'll keep me posted how he's doing. Thanks so much for being on the call. And what we're going to do, friends, we're going to just open it up. I think I covered, one other news announcement. Just to let you know, in October, we will be having our first Asian convention. It will be held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And that'll be, when I say Asian convention, that means all, 10 countries or more will go to that convention. It'll be very similar to what we just did in Miami. It wouldn't surprise me if it's bigger than Miami. Wouldn't surprise me. And so I'm looking forward to going out there in October to that convention, because it'll be the first. I've asked for this for years. I've been begging the company to do it, because we just cannot get people from Asia to come over to the U.S. It's either visa problems, or it's just the trip itself, the cost and everything. And so now it's going to be in their own backyard. Even from Japan, Korea, on that side of Asia, to go to Southeast Asia, where Malaysia is. I mean, it's no big deal. It's like going from New York to California. So it's going to be great. It's going to be an awesome convention. And so, again, when you're building and using the system, and you're building over in Asia, you keep that in mind. You'll be hearing more updated information. There'll be promotions, how we'll get leaders there for free, to get airfare and their hotel and all that. And so I'm really excited about that. That's an important milestone in 4Life's history. I think after that first convention, they'll do it probably every year. No doubt they will. So I'm going to turn off our recording, and then I'm going to open it up for a moment. And I want to say hi to Nanette. Congratulations.